So get ready. In the next 2 weeks is going to be completely crazy busy. So stay tuned here because many things are happening. The market is moving, and so we have to be here ready to keep you updated. Let's start with the latest news. Get ready for the surprises, guys, over these 2 weeks, because really anything can happen. At Paris Saint-Germain today, the official statement: Ferran Torres is a new PSG player. Medical today for Mika Götze, who is in Paris. Still not in Paris, Zion Suzuki, despite a verbal agreement between Paris Saint-Germain and Parma. At the moment, there are still some points to clarify, appeared after the clubs started exchanging all the documents, and so at the moment, still waiting on that one. It's one we have to follow because there is a verbal agreement in place, but still waiting. Then, telling you more on new stories, on new updates. Let me start, apart from Ferran Torres, again, official to Paris Saint-Germain, 50 million euros transfer fee from Barcelona, and Mika Götze is going to be the next one. Another story I wanted to mention linked to Paris Saint-Germain is regarding Bradley Barcola. Because for Bradley Barcola, today, Luis Enrique, Paris Saint-Germain manager, shows up in press conference, and when asked about players eventually leaving, and Barcola is clearly one of them, Luis Enrique says if a player doesn't have a smile when he's here, when he's come to training, when he's at the game, maybe it's better to find a different solution. So Luis Enrique's message is something like, I'm not gonna force anyone to stay here. Who wants to stay here, good. Who wants to go, can go. Obviously, has to be financially with a sense for Paris Saint-Germain. On this one, guys, I keep telling you, Liverpool are working hard to sign Bradley Barcola. And it's been a story I've been following for months here on the channel. May, June, July, we are now in August. And I can tell you guys that my confidence, my feeling, speaking to my sources on Bradley Barcola to Liverpool, is growing. The confidence is absolutely growing. So the chances to see Bradley Barcola joining Liverpool from Paris Saint-Germain are growing. Then a financial agreement is still needed, so let's wait the next steps of the negotiation, but direct talks are ongoing, the agreement with the player is okay, and Bradley Barcola remains the absolute top priority for Liverpool from Paris Saint-Germain. So the conversations will continue these days. I don't expect a breakthrough today, and also at the moment tomorrow doesn't look likely, but from next week they will be in contact again, and the Barcola story will be very interesting because Liverpool are on it. Then, to tell you more, guys, on all these big stories and big updates on Barcola, don't forget that obviously Liverpool are also working on a potential exit, because Liverpool didn't want to sell 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄 at the beginning of the market. During June, July, when Tottenham approached it, the answer for Liverpool was always, we want to keep the player, we don't want to open doors, we don't want to lose the player. But now, Liverpool, if they sign Bradley Barcola, could open doors to the exit of 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄, destination Tottenham. That's a possibility we absolutely have to take in consideration. My understanding, as I told you in a video yesterday, is financial agreement, same as Barcola Liverpool, Gakpo Tottenham would not be a problem. So I don't see any problem on personal terms, but it's financial also in this case. So if Liverpool get Barcola, the financial agreement Tottenham-Liverpool for 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄 is also going to be the important and the key point. But talks are ongoing for Gakpo to Tottenham and for Barcola to Liverpool. Then, to tell you more, big stories of the day. First of all, midfielders. Midfielders, because Ayoub Boadi is not starting for Lille against Everton, and Ayoub Boadi, guys, is one step away from joining Manchester City. The deal is very close, the deal is very advanced, the agreement with the player is done, the deal with Lille is at very advanced stages, but they are waiting to complete the midfield exits before any final decision. Tijani Reinders is going to 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄, so Ayoub Boadi is expected to join Manchester City now, no longer in summer 2027. And then, to tell you more about midfielders, Rodri. Guys, I told you in my recent videos that Barcelona have sent their third proposal for Rodri. So the third bid is on the table. Now, Manchester City are discussing internally and keep having these direct talks with Barcelona for Rodri. So the two clubs are in direct conversation. For sure, the expectation is for Barca and Man City to talk again in the next 24-48 hours to understand if they can reach a final agreement and close the Rodri deal. Barca confidence is total. Barca optimism is total. So for sure, the destination of this deal looks to be Barcelona. I can tell you something more. Rodri is in contact, almost daily contact with some teammates from the Spanish national team who are at Barcelona. And the feeling of Rodri is very clear. He wants to go to Barca. He's sending clear messages. He expects to go to Barca. So the anticipation is for this deal to advance in the next days. Barcelona made their third proposal. Now the deal is absolutely underway. Again, on Enzo Fernandez, the verbal exit clause deadline yesterday expired. So Chelsea are no longer accepting any bid for 120 million pounds. Now Chelsea are back in control of the situation. So what does it mean? That if Manchester City want to try again for Enzo Fernandez in the next days, Chelsea are no longer linked to the pact they have with the agent of the player. They had the pact until yesterday. We sell the player for 120 million pounds. So basically like a release clause. From yesterday expired. Now Chelsea are more than happy to keep Enzo and more than happy to continue with Enzo. But if Manchester City want to try again, and my feeling is that they have not completely closed the door to Enzo Fernandez, because Manchester City have been in contact with the camp of Enzo Fernandez today, yesterday, 2 days ago, so Man City remain in daily contact. It means that they can still try, but now Chelsea are in control of the price again, of the conditions again, and it's Chelsea deciding. So let's see what's going to happen there. For sure, it's going to be an interesting situation. Again, Enzo Fernandez. For sure, Chelsea, after Friday, after yesterday, are more than happy to keep Enzo and to continue with him, unless the right proposal changes, because 120 million pounds with the conditions made since May are no longer available as an option for Enzo. So let's see what's happening there. And then, guys, important to mention something on Newcastle, because Newcastle today closed a deal for Amar Dedić. The fullback from Benfica is joining Newcastle. The deal is done. The deal is closed. So Dedić will join for 35 million euros from Benfica. And then more to mention on João Palinha. Keep an eye on João Palinha, because Palinha agreed personal terms with Aston Villa. So the contract was ready already 2-3 days ago, but now the point is that Bayern are rejecting the conditions of the deal, an initial loan offered by Aston Villa. This is why Newcastle keep calling, this is why Benfica keep calling, so both clubs are still exploring a move. For João Palinha, we have to understand if Aston Villa can still find a way or not. The player has an agreement with Villa, but again, now financially with Bayern there are still no doors open. So we have to follow all these situations, guys. We will do that here on the channel as always. So I remind you to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and to give me your opinion on absolutely everything. Rodri, Enzo, Man City or Chelsea, but also Ferran Torres, Boadi, 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄, all the rest on Palinha, on Dedić. It's a very, very busy market. So on all of this, guys.